Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to episode 22 of C.C.O, Complete Client Overview. Today we are reviewing the Ares client. Unlike some of the other clients I've reviewed, Ares supports Minecraft 1.12.2, 1.16.4 and more recently 1.17.1. Unfortunately, I cannot review all of the versions in one video. And recently I have received a lot of comments asking about clients for Minecraft 1.17.1. With this being said, today's video is based on the newest version. Please let me know in the comments below if I should review the other versions in a separate video. This episode is brought to you by my members in Patreon. If you would like to get your skin and name in a video, be sure to join now for as little as $0.6 a month. Also, a huge shout out to everyone that voted. Don't forget to use the link in the description so that you can choose what client I review next. Also, for everyone asking what texture pack I use, there's now a link to download it in the video's description. There's also a link to my Discord server where you can chat with other people in the community or get client configs and enter giveaways. Ares is a free and open source client that can be found on GitHub. The GitHub page has been set up very nicely. There is a decent amount of information on the client and there are instructions on building the client for yourself. Two small changes I'd love to see added to the README section is a download count and the default key for opening the client. This is not a huge problem though, as Ares also has its own custom website. Here you can find even more information on the client. There are links to their Discord server, to a download page, to an FAQ page, and to a features page. Overall, there is a decent amount of information on Ares and their custom website is both helpful and functional. The only other small change I can suggest to the developers is to incorporate links to Forge and Fabric. This just makes installing the client for the first time a tiny bit simpler.
But I cannot see, I'm legally blind. That's my story, I'm sticking to it, I'm in it.
There are actually a few different ways of downloading the Ares client. Unfortunately, for the 1.17.1 version, you have to join their Discord server and download the jar from their #beta channel. There is no direct download button on their website. Or alternatively, you can build the client for yourself. Unfortunately, the method I have shown in the past on how to build a client will not work here. And if you do attempt to build a client for yourself, you'll need to change your Java_home variable to Java JDK 16 or newer. Fortunately, Ares is a well-known and trusted project, and I personally feel comfortable downloading their pre-compiled builds. Before I dive into some of the PvP modules offered by Ares, I'd like to make it clear that I personally do not play a lot of Minecraft 1.17.1. My goal with this video is to show you some of the offered features. Anchor Aura. This module automatically places and explodes respawn anchors to kill opposing players. It obviously only works in the overworld. Crystal Aura. This module automatically places and explodes end crystals to kill opposing players. The module itself is slightly customizable with a few different settings and modes. Kill Aura. This module automatically attacks enemy players or mobs. Unfortunately, this module does not have as many settings as some of the other clients I have reviewed. Firework Aura. I have never seen this module before. The module itself attempts to trap an opposing player. It will then spam fireworks, dealing damage to them. Bed Aura. This module automatically places and then right-clicks beds in the nether and end dimensions to blow up your enemies. Offhand. This module lets you hold an item in your offhand, but then it automatically switches to a totem when your health reaches a certain level. Offhand Gap. When enabled, this module will automatically gapple on a right click, even if you are not on your gapple slot. Surround. This module automatically surrounds your feet with obsidian to prevent other players from blowing you up with end crystals or beds. Auto City. This module automatically breaks the blocks surrounding an opposing player's feet so that you can deal more damage. Before we get into some of the utility hacks offered by the Ares client, I'd like to take a quick break and remind you all to like or dislike the video. This lets me know if you're enjoying my content. Anyways, that is enough self-promotion. Let's have a look at some of those utility modules. Air Interact. This module lets you place blocks wherever you are looking, even if it is floating in the air. Sound Pause Logger. This module displays the location of global sound events, like a wither spawning for example. Unfortunately, this is disabled on the majority of servers. Anti-Hitbox. This module allows you to interact with blocks through other entities by ignoring their hitboxes. Chest Count. This module displays the amount of chests that are in your render distance. This could be useful for estimating a dupe stash's value. Mob Owner. This module is more interesting than useful. It displays the name of a player that originally tamed an animal. No Render. This module lets you customize certain render events, like fire or damage events for example. Scaffold. This module automatically places blocks under your feet, basically letting you run through the air. Ares also comes with some additional built-in baritone settings, which I personally think is pretty cool. The default key for opening the GUI is the semicolon key. This can, however, be changed with the following command: -bind, click GUI, R shift. I personally am a huge fan of the GUI, or should I say the GUIs. That's right, Ares actually has two different GUI options. I personally prefer the default GUI. The second layout is cool, but in my opinion it looks a little messy. I also found it took me longer to find specific modules with the secondary layout. This is most likely because I am not used to it though. There's also a very customizable HUD editor. Unfortunately, the HUD modules disappear when you open the HUD editor. I would have preferred this to stay as it makes editing your HUD a lot easier. There's also a custom console window for commands. This is always a nice module to have. Overall, the GUI looks clean and everything is laid out in an easy to use format. The GUI is also slightly customizable, but I would love to see more settings added in the future. If you are having issues with Ares, I would recommend reading through their FAQ page on their website. If this does not resolve your problem, you can join their Discord server. The links are in the description for anyone that would like to join. Here you can ask for support in the #help channel. I have not personally needed support, but from what I can see, anyone who has asked for help has received an answer in a reasonable amount of time. I really like the Ares client. If I'm being honest, it was a lot better than I was expecting. The whole project feels very professional. Their GitHub repository has been set up really well and their custom website is a nice touch. If you haven't already tried a Minecraft 1.17.1 client, I can definitely recommend downloading and playing with Ares. All of the necessary download links will be in the video's description. Overall, there are a few small things that I would love to see improved upon. For example, the HUD module / HUD editor, or maybe more GUI settings so that users can customize the client to their preferred style. I really do like this client and I hope the developers continue to update and maintain the project. I definitely see a lot of potential in the Ares client. If you would like me to review the 1.16.4 or 1.12.2 versions, please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching to the end of my video. I really appreciate your time. Before you leave, remember to vote for next week's episode of C.C.O with the link in the description. Seeing as you are still here, I assume you enjoyed the video, so please consider leaving a like and maybe even subscribing. I have also recently made a KiLAB Gaming memberships area on my channel, so be sure to check out the benefits with the join button. Quick shout out to my Patreon for all of the support. Without him, I would not be able to try new paid for clients. Anyways, it has been your boy KiLAB, peace in the Middle East.